2016, Sinaloa, Mexico. A convoy of black trucks cut through the dark mountains, transporting the most hunted man on the planet. Soldiers, informants, and even satellites focused on a single target, Joaquín El Chapo Guzmán. For years, he escaped through tunnels, bribes, and violence that destabilized entire nations. Yet behind the chaos was the story of a poor village boy who rose from nothing to become richer than presidents and more powerful than governments. This documentary exposes how he climbed to the top, how he stayed untouchable, and how his empire ultimately collapsed. Joaquín Guzmán was born in 1957 in a remote village in Sinaloa. As a teenager, he carried drugs for local growers, not out of ambition, but because poverty gave him no other option. By the early 1980s, he entered the Sinaloa Cartel as a low-level worker packing shipments. But he wasn't ordinary. He watched everything, learned quickly, and understood smuggling routes better than men twice his age. When the cartel fractured, he seized the gaps and took over routes others overlooked. Bit by bit, the boy who once sold oranges on the street was managing cocaine corridors worth millions. The world didn't know his name yet, but inside Mexico's underworld, a rising force was taking shape. By the 1990s, El Chapo had built the Sinaloa Cartel, a criminal network that functioned like a global company. He constructed drug tunnels beneath the U.S. border and used submarines, trains, and even airplanes to move tons of cocaine each year. His operations reached more than 50 countries, and his reputation grew worldwide. He offered suppliers better deals, paid farmers more, and forged alliances where others made enemies. This made his cartel richer and more stable than any rival. Each success pushed his name further across the globe, establishing him as the face of modern drug trafficking. At the height of his empire, El Chapo's cartel was generating billions. U.S. estimates placed its yearly revenue at more than $3 billion. He owned ranches, mansions, gold-plated weapons, private zoos, armored vehicles, and underground safe houses built like hidden cities. He was so wealthy that even governments struggled to calculate his true fortune. But that wealth carried a curse. The larger he grew, the more enemies and unwanted attention followed him. El Chapo's global fame exploded for one reason: he always escaped. After his 1993 arrest, he used bribes to turn prison into a private resort. In 2001, he slipped out again by hiding in a laundry cart pushed by a bought-off guard. When he was captured in 2014, he pulled off his most unbelievable escape: a mile-long tunnel dug beneath his shower, complete with lighting, ventilation, and a modified escape bike. These breakouts turned him into a worldwide symbol of criminal ingenuity. Media covered him non-stop. Films portrayed him as untouchable, and his name became a mix of fear, shock, and fascination. By 2015, his freedom was collapsing, rivals were rising, U.S. pressure was tightening, and his own arrogance started betraying him. Obsessed with telling his story, he arranged secret meetings with actors and journalists to plan a movie about his life. That ego-driven stunt exposed his location. Mexican Marines tracked his contacts, intercepted his signals, and closed in. During a 2016 raid, he tried escaping through another tunnel, but soldiers were already waiting at the exit. The man who dodged every trap finally surrendered. His downfall wasn't because law enforcement got smarter. It was because he got careless. After his capture, El Chapo was extradited to the United States and faced a historic trial. For the first time, the world heard the full scale of his operations: murders, trafficking, bribery, and billions in illegal profits. In 2019, he was sentenced to life in a maximum security prison known as the Alcatraz of the Rockies, a place designed so no human could escape. Today, he lives in a small concrete cell, isolated, watched 24/7, with no tunnels and no empire.